40 or so years that I've been living up in the Port Douglas area, I've been looking around for what I consider to be the ideal location. When this particular property came on the market, I recognised that the intrinsic nature of the place. It's an incredibly beautiful property. It's bounded on one side by the Mowbray River and on the other side by Spring Creek. The other thing that impressed me is the fact that the house that I now live in is a very old cane cutter's cottage, and the old farmers knew the best spots. There's just so many things that you can do here. We can go out and we can pick mandarins off a tree, we've got soursops, we've got all these exotic fruits around. One of the great things about Port Douglas is that we're about 50 minutes away from Cairns, and Cairns is an international airport. It's one of the few in Australia that does have regular connections to virtually anywhere in the world. One of the beauties is that a lot of the work we do is on resorts, on islands, and as such I own a helicopter and fly a helicopter myself. It also means that I've got the ability to be at Cairns Airport in about 10 to 15 minutes and then jump on a plane and head off to wherever I need to go. So it's an incredibly good location to be able to tap into the whole world. When I arrived here, the cottage itself was in a fairly poor state of repair. The very first thing I did was put on the veranda that we're now sitting on. I increased the size of the kitchen quite significantly. As an architect, it was extremely important to keep the character intact. One of my favourite places is an outdoor deck with a shower where I can have a shower outside. And the other memento from the old cottage is an old green cast iron bath, and I've put that at the end of the deck, and there's nothing better than on a starlit night to just get out there, a couple of candles, put on some good music and sit back and just enjoy this extraordinary environment that I'm living in. The wonderful thing about this little cottage is quite modest in scale. There's certainly a lot of other possibilities of developing this place even further. And the idea was to try and keep the essence of the house intact, try and keep the character of the cane cutter's cottage, but at the same time just bring it up to that next step. For me, that was very important to share it with my friends and for my own personal enjoyment.